Welcome, beautiful souls. Somebody is absolutely losing their mind over you right now. Like, they are genuinely disturbed by what they think they've discovered about you. And oh my goodness, the theories they've come up with in their head are absolutely wild. I'm talking soul swaps, entity attachments, intense spiritual interventions, the whole 9 yards. This person has been snooping hard, and what they have found has shaken them to their absolute core. If you feel called to this reading, stay right here, because Spirit has some major messages coming through about the immense power you've stepped into, and exactly why certain people are absolutely freaked out by your intense energy right now. The first card I see on the table is Death, and wow, this is incredibly telling right off the bat. The Death card is the ultimate symbol of profound transformation, of shedding the old skin, and embracing a complete and total rebirth. This isn't just a minor change in your personality. This is a foundational shift in your entire existence. You have stepped out of a situation or a karmic dynamic where you felt restricted, controlled, or forced to play small. And this person, the one who is watching you so closely, they are now completely trapped in their own confusion and disbelief. They literally cannot wrap their head around how you transformed so intensely. They thought they had you completely figured out. They truly believed you were going to stay in that same predictable energy forever, stuck in the exact patterns they were so comfortably familiar with. But you didn't. You embraced the death energy. You let the old version of yourself completely dissolve, and now they are the ones who cannot see clearly. They are stuck in a mental prison, frantically trying to understand what happened to you. This person genuinely thought they knew the depths of your soul. Maybe this is an ex, an intensely karmic partner, a family member, or someone who thought they held power over you. Whoever they are, they had you placed in this tiny little box in their mind. They labeled you. They decided exactly what you were capable of, and they expected you to remain exactly as you were. But here is the undeniable truth. You evolved. You transformed with the intensity of a storm, and they are absolutely shocked, because this level of personal evolution wasn't something they ever saw coming. I am hearing spirits say that you genuinely took them by surprise. They are sitting there late at night thinking, who is this? What happened to the person I used to control? The beautiful irony is that this power, this intense grounding, has always been inside of you, but they were entirely blind to it because they were too obsessively focused on keeping you manageable. The next card right beside it is the Seven of Swords. This energy is deeply intense, secretive, and highly suspicious. The Seven of Swords is all about sneaking around, hidden motives, and gathering information from the shadows. This person has gone into full-blown detective mode. They are heavily investigating, asking mutual connections about you, and aggressively looking you up online. I'm seeing them literally scrolling through timelines in the middle of the night, analyzing your old photos, dissecting old conversations, and desperately trying to pinpoint the exact moment you became so different. They are using alternate accounts, checking your profiles, seeing who you're following, who is commenting on your pictures, and trying to connect dots that do not even exist. This Seven of Swords energy also perfectly illustrates that they are projecting their own deceit and creating wild narratives in their head. They aren't brave enough to come to you directly and ask what is going on. Instead, they are making massive assumptions. And honestly, some of these narratives they have built up are utterly ridiculous. Spirit is showing me that they are so disturbed by your new boundary-setting nature that they are rationalizing it in the most extreme, almost paranoid ways. I keep hearing the phrase soul swap. It sounds crazy, but that is the level of denial they are in. They think you got involved with something incredibly dark or mysterious that altered your DNA. Some of you watching this person might have even consulted a psychic or tarot reader themselves to try to spy on your energy. But here is the kicker. They got absolutely nothing. Because your energy is heavily protected and sealed off from anyone operating with hidden agendas. Moving deeper into the reading, the next card I see is the Devil. This is where the reading gets incredibly deep and highlights the psychological dynamics at play. The devil represents toxic attachments, obsessive bonds, and the illusion of control. This person felt they had a deeply karmic, almost unbreakable hold over you. They thrived on the intensity of your connection when it was unbalanced. They loved the fact that they could push your buttons, manipulate your emotions, and keep you chained to their expectations. They thought they were the main character in your life story, the one who dictated your emotional state. They felt they had secured a permanent position in your energy field. But you severed those chains. You cut the intensely toxic cords. You walked away from that devil energy, and you absolutely did not look back. That realization has completely shattered their ego and their expectations. I am seeing this vivid image of a heavy iron door slamming shut, locking them out of your world forever. You made a profoundly clean break. You didn't leave things open-ended for them to exploit. You didn't leave a window cracked open for them to crawl back through when they felt lonely. You shut the entire operation down. And they felt that energetically, deep in their bones. Even if there was no massive, dramatic confrontation, they felt the cosmic cord being sliced. It rattled them to their core, because they are now sitting in the cold realization that they no longer possess the intoxicating power over you that they once worshipped. They cannot pull you back into the darkness. They cannot guilt-trip you, and they can no longer use their old manipulative tactics to drain your energy. You are completely untouchable, and that loss of control is driving their devil-like obsession absolutely crazy. Right next to the devil, we have the Five of Pentacles. This perfectly mirrors their current energetic state. The Five of Pentacles is the ultimate card of feeling left out in the cold, experiencing deep loss, and realizing that a massive source of warmth and abundance is no longer accessible. They are standing outside the beautiful, glowing window of your life, looking in at how beautifully you are thriving, and they are freezing in the coldness of their own consequences. They invested so much of their manipulative energy into keeping you down, thinking it would pay off with your eternal loyalty. But now, they are looking at their empty hands. They realize that by trying to keep you small, they ultimately lost the most valuable, pure connection they ever had. There might even be an upcoming event, a social gathering, or a mutual situation where they know they will have to be in your physical presence. The Five of Pentacles shows their deep insecurity about this. They are incredibly nervous. They don't know how to act around you anymore. They don't know if they should approach you or pretend everything is normal, because to them, you are not normal anymore. You are a force of nature they no longer recognize. If you have already run into this person recently, you likely noticed they couldn't even hold eye contact with you. They seemed incredibly awkward, small, and fidgety. That is because your vibration has shifted so dramatically upward that it literally intimidates them. They are operating on a frequency of lack, fear, and regret, while you are vibrating at a frequency of absolute sovereignty. As we move to the final stage of this layout, I see the High Priestess. Oh, this is breathtaking. The High Priestess is the embodiment of divine feminine energy, deep inner knowing, spiritual protection, and sovereign power. You have stepped fully into this archetype. You have become incredibly emotionally regulated, intensely grounded, and deeply connected to your own intuition. You no longer react to the chaos around you, you simply observe it from a throne of inner peace. People can feel this angelic, pure, yet fiercely protected energy when they are around you. You are deeply connected to the divine, your spirit guides, and the unseen realms. Because you are embodying the High Priestess, your energy field is completely sealed. People with lower vibrations, like the person obsessing over you, literally cannot penetrate your aura. They are stuck in dense energies of suspicion and control. When they try to energetically reach out and grasp you, they hit a solid wall of divine protection. It's like you are existing in a completely different dimension now. You assess situations with profound calmness. You think deeply before you respond, if you even choose to respond at all. You hold your power steady even when people actively try to shake you. This level of spiritual maturity is exactly what makes them think you had a soul swap. They cannot comprehend how a human being can be so beautifully unbothered by their toxicity. You are vibrating in a realm of truth and clarity, seeing the world through an entirely new, unclouded lens. The next card validating this spiritual graduation is Judgment. This is the ultimate wake-up call, the profound realization of your true worth. The Judgment card tells me that you heard a higher calling. You evaluated the people, the energies, and the contracts in your life, and you made the executive decision to rise above them. You see the absolute truth of what your past dynamic with this person actually was. That pristine clarity is what gave you the immense strength to walk away. But for them, they are still living in the fog, still clinging to their distorted version of reality. Judgment confirms that all those old karmic contracts between you and the people who meant to drain you have been completely ripped up, shredded, and dissolved into the ether. You have learned the intense psychological lessons you needed to learn from those connections. Now, you are completely free to ascend. You are in your own lane, not competing with anyone, not trying to prove anything. You are just existing, authentically and unapologetically, and that makes you dangerously magnetic. Finally, the reading closes with the magnificent Nine of Pentacles. This is the ultimate card of luxurious independence, self-sufficiency, and reaping the rewards of your hard work. Because you have successfully cleared out all of those heavy, draining, energetic blocks, you have created a massive vacuum in your life that the universe is rushing to fill with absolute abundance. I am hearing so clearly that your material world is about to match the wealth of your spiritual world. There is an incredible upward shift happening in your finances and your personal resources. You are walking into a season of extreme independence. You might be stepping into a highly lucrative new role, receiving unexpected financial blessings, or simply watching your personal investments of time and energy finally bloom into tangible rewards. This is all happening because you refuse to let someone else dictate your worth. You released the vampires, and now there is endless space for blessings to pour in. Claim this beautiful Nine of Pentacles energy right now. Step fully into your power, enjoy the beautiful garden you have grown for yourself, and never look back at the people who are shivering in the cold outside your gates. You have completely leveled up. The fact that someone is this intensely disturbed by your evolution is the ultimate proof of your success. The people who are truly meant to be in your life will celebrate this magnificent growth. Keep trusting your High Priestess intuition, keep walking your divine path, and know that you are infinitely protected and deeply loved by the universe. I will see you in the next reading. Until then, keep shining your brilliant, untouchable light.